my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, fucking take the heart of yours. Man, it is. Probably need to drop the point. Be behind the glass. Yo. We are the originals over here. Everybody else just
big old titties.
They stole my idea of streaming stuff. What's going on, Kron, Skeleton Man, Lux Views, Fram the Night. Yeah, you are sub. I'll get you in a Fortnite game. You got breaking news though.
Yes, I did verse. Fuck you.
What do you say? All right, and what's the matter? What's going on?
Did it not add? Oh, it didn't.
All right,
no, my message didn't add, I guess.
Yeah, we got. If you want Genie's big giant boobs, they're available now. What the hell happened? I got censored. I'm the man. There you go.
No, we can see it.
You got Genie's. She's got a MP5 and giant boobs.
Hold on, give me a second. Verse, you're a whore. You're an absolute whore. I can see now.
Whore for what?
He deleted my message and then he gaslighted me into thinking I didn't post it. And then he posted it.
We got breaking news. Everybody. Let's stop. Diorio's got a new setup. Here it is. What game is that? Even says gay right behind him. Look at that.
Yeah.
Georgia, maybe? What game? No New York Rangers stuff, Nick? What's going on here? I don't know what happened to my man. I can't believe these guys. A lot of these people fell for it in here. It's too fucking funny. And somebody wrote gay. It's not Nick, by the way. It was Verse, I guess I have no idea what Verse watches, come to think of it. He saw somebody streaming, looked a little like Nick, and he sent it to me. It's like, oh, I got this. Oh, I got this. Stuff Pokemon really adds to it. It does. Guy's zoning in the game. What's this, Hunter? Like Hunter Biden? What does that say going on? There's a lot going on back there. The other thing, you know what else kind of sells it is he's an Xbox mark.
Yeah, Xbox gaming fridge.
Yeah,
Let's go.
He's got the new Xbox behind there. There you go. I thought it was pretty funny myself. Oh, 300 likes? Oh my God, I'm famous. Jesus. All right. Woo! This just breaking into Oompa Loompa Man. I interviewed him. I guess he's sitting down with Jimmy. Fireside chat. Look, Jimmy went there because it's probably going to be a softball interview. He interviewed Dawson. He's not a hardcore guy. I by the way, I like Oompaville. I thought his interview was really good on lolcow. But I did get the feeling that he's really good at telling people what they want to hear. Because I was going to corner him a little bit. I think I planned to. And he was ready for it. And so he just started being really fucking honest and open about YouTube. And I couldn't do anything with that. I couldn't do anything with it. I don't know. The interview, Pegasus is seething. Soggy cereal. I guess, is it been confirmed? Did he fly him out there? Did Beast fly him out?
So the Beast, no. From what I can tell, see, no. That what I can see is it was last minute and whatnot. that he was flown out there, but it seemed to be his Beast's like PR team and whatnot, like not MrBeast specifically.
It's MrBeast then. All right, so you pick.
Okay.
Yeah, that's still MrBeast. Yeah, it's still his money. Yeah. So he's starting to distance himself, because I gotta be honest with you, this guy wasn't the guy for the job. It was Nick. I got news for you. Here's the problem with the flying out there. Definitely a red flag. Definitely a point of criticism. How can you be biased if somebody's like putting you up, unbiased when you're not putting it up? Totally reasonable. Here's the problem, MrBeast haters. You're going to still have to defeat his arguments. You don't get to nullify everything because he got flown out there. You don't get to nullify everything. And what did you think? Where do you think he got that audio of him begging for his job? Got it from MrBeast more than likely. So you still have to you still have to show that this guy wasn't shoehorning his own agenda in there, which Soggy Cereal clearly proved without a shadow of a doubt. He clearly proved that this guy exaggerated. He clearly proved that this guy got stuff wrong. None of that changes whether they got flown out or not. So what Soggy's doing, he's probably feeling the heat. Like, I don't know how he didn't see it coming, probably because he's a dumb kid. Hi, everyone. There's some things that have come to my attention I found concerning. The one personally I feel most disgusted by is MrBeast. And that's that kind of language. Right there is MrBeast DMing my video to creators instead of taking accountability for the very serious allegations he needs to clear up. A thread. Well, I don't even see why that's a problem. He's DMing the creators his video. Okay. Like if somebody did a video on me and it was, right. He has confirmed done illegal things. When you say confirmed illegal things, you better list them. I mean, didn't he just like fucking hit up Dawson and showcased scummy behavior? Subjective. He still has to respond, not just from my video, but from other videos. No, he doesn't. It depends on the video and depends on the allegation. Most notably, serious allegation regarding crypto. Agreed. If he can DM my video to other people because it's not baseless slander, he can DM CoffeeZilla and other creators. Okay, fair enough. And also not basically the same thing. Same thing in his comment he left in my video. You know what I'm realizing? Soggy Cereal didn't realize that he was going to take heat for going out there. That's what a genius he is. Like this is, and so he's doing this giant backpedal to show everybody that he's neutral. And it's, I gotta be honest, it's fucking fake. But me saying that, it still doesn't change Dog Pack's situation. Not even a little bit. He still got him. This doesn't nullify the video. I'm sorry. It just sheds.
I guess there's a couple of chinks in the armor, but it hasn't killed him.
No.
So.
If you can DM a video, okay. Which people think is deleted. It's not. It's sank to the depths, probably. Right. Rightfully so, bombarded by dislikes. I'd have no proof. So he's got the proof that MrBeast. So he didn't delete the comment. Coffee's great coverage of his very shady crypto behavior, again, it also is not baseless slander. And that comment should be on his video as well if you wanted to take some form of true accountability.
Okay, buddy.
These might strike viewers as harsh, but I think everyone in this story should die. Thank you, Ultima.
Woo!
Thank you, I appreciate it. Anybody beat that one, he wins. He wins the donation. We got to start doing that donation of the day. So far, we got a winner.
Start keeping track of them.
He added LOL to his comment that shows the disregard of the gravity of the accusations he has to respond to. It's not. I'm not disappointed in the recruiting pattern of Jimmy not taking accountability for the. He talks like a fucking like a Biden House politician. Look at taking accountability, just a bunch of buzzword nonsense. Not for the past months. That again is happening right now. He figured out, oh shit, I got flown out there. That people are going to say that my credibility is debatable. Oh, let me panic. I also feel used. Oh, he's really backing off since he seems to be using my video. Why wouldn't he use his video? You fucking let him off the hook. You're saying that Dogpack's his biggest critic. You're saying Dogpack's full of shit, and you proved it. And now you don't want him telling people about it? That's weird. Which I created.
I think what he's saying is, sorry to butt in, but I think what he's saying is that MrBeast is using this as like, this has absolved me from everything. Where in reality, yes, it just proved quite a bit.
Of course. What did you think? He's looking for an out. You gave it to him, rightly or wrongly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, he's telling everybody he's innocent because he wants to get on with it. Yeah. Should have thought about that. What a dipshit. This is the slop video guy, yeah. Which I created to inform people of Dogpack's untrustworthy nature. A lot of what's going against Beast is coming from Dogpack. So, you've completely discredited him. He's going to fucking flaunt that. There aren't, but with the exception of crypto, I'm not personally aware of anything that's illegal. Did you just slander him? And he's charges are never could. All he has to do is wait that one out. Because I don't think charges are ever coming with that. All those jackasses over there are probably worried about keeping their job when Trump gets in there. They're not watching MrBeast. It's not like they do anything to anybody else with crypto anyway. As well as hold MrBeast accountable for the shit he should be held accountable for. How well formed for the shit that he should be held accountable. Yeah. You figure when you're using this type of stuff, and look, you can sit there and look at my tweets and they're all fucking childishly written as well. But, when you think you're doing journalism, that you I don't know, not right, the illegal shit, just the facts, ma'am, which was your whole fucking point with Dogpack, just the facts. Just not cut out. In over his head. Which I hate because if there's one good thing that came out of Dogpack's videos, it was it's that it removed Jimmy's Golden Boy Gold Scout shield that had been protecting him for criticism for years. A shield that no one should have in the first place. He talks like a woman. He does. He sounds like a left-wing, like the I don't know, who's the girl for Biden? The black girl with the French name. I forget her name.
Yeah.
Like a PR director or some shit, or somebody in HR or some shit. To see my video commented on and DM'd to other creators by him to potentially build his shield back up just makes me feel disgusted and used. Somebody got to him. Why wouldn't he DM this shit to other people? I was you started bitching about LO added. If you're asking the highest form of accountability, but hampering over the smallest detail, when you take away from what you're asking, making it about a 3-lettered word. To you, it might sound stupid, but to me, adding LOL at the end of this comment that already is completely misplaced show he doesn't understand how serious the allegations are. I guess with crypto, or he doesn't believe them. After months of radio silence from his side, I just think he was extremely disrespectful and scummy. Nah, this is a fucking... it's a backpedal. That's all this is.
Well, there's that, but also, after the months of radio silence, the reason it was silent because they were doing that whole investigation.
Yeah, well,
And
they
he
weren't
was
supposed
advised.
to be talking because you could influence the investigation.
Exactly. So
He sounds like Dogpack now. Dipshit. What phony. All of them are phony. Pegasus is big phony too. Here's a guy I've known about him since Gamergate. Sometimes he leaves for a long time. If I'm not mistaken, Harmful Opinions once wore a camera in his chest, and people were asking him to turn it off, and he just politely told them, "No, I'm a child sex offender, so I have to keep this on at all times." You said, "Fucking."
Oh, that's great.
He's one of if you know who he is. If you know, because the guy's pretty smart, pretty slick, very interesting character on the net. Yeah.
I haven't been actively following all the MrBeast drama, and have only picked up little pieces here and there so far. Because of this, I thought a big old video that popped into my recommended bar called The Truth About MrBeast and Dogpack 404 would be a wonderful way to catch up on all of it. Turns out, I didn't really take in any of the accusations or rebuttals though, as I found myself much more interested in Soggy Cereal, the video's creator, himself. You see, prior to watching it, I checked out his Twitter feed, where he mentioned a couple times in a thread that he felt used. Supposedly because MrBeast is spreading Soggy's latest video to shield himself. Now, that struck me immediately as an extremely suspicious choice of language. To feel used, taken advantage of. It implies some sort of relationship. Dear listener, imagine saying that you feel used because a stranger shared your video around.
Yeah, it just sounds bizarre.
I scrolled his replies a little bit and found this tweet he posted a day after publishing a now private video about slop content wherein he slams MrBeast's critic, Dogpack404, on October 13th. I guess MrBeast decided to follow me after I published my video, he said. No idea why I should be in control for who he does/doesn't follow, but okay. Sure, of course. Okay, not his fault he was followed, but it is interesting to note that MrBeast or someone managing the account took immediate notice, almost as if some sort of scouting is occurring. One of MrBeast's employees also took extremely quick notice and was very well prepared to make contact with a sympathetic content creator. Hey, Soggy, I'm Dustin Harris. I've been working at Beast for about 6 years now. I saw your slop video and wanted to help set the record straight about some of the misinformation online. To be clear, I think there's a lot of fair criticism out there, but at this point it's majority misinformation and slander, not just against Jimmy, but against the work I do and the work my colleagues do. Soggy Cereal describes Dustin 3 times in his video as having, quote-unquote, gone rogue. But he seems to me to be in lockstep with his employer, having contacted Soggy Cereal within a day of the MrBeast account following him on Twitter. I know this.
I will say this, though. Here's the thing. Soggy's an idiot. Shocking, right? I don't know how that helps out, like a Dogpack, because the stuff they have is the stuff they have. The evidence Soggy has. He could be a complete dipshit, worrying about his career first. What a shock. Just a YouTuber. I don't think that changes things for Dogpack all that much, but it might change things about his personal credibility.
This because Soggy included a date in one of his screenshots of his conversation with Dustin, which was October 14th, 1 day after the Soggy slop video was posted. Damn, MrBeast's lackey was right in there, providing all sorts of video evidence and goodies lickety-split. Goodies including expensive flights to help him make a better video, and apparently hotel accommodation. No, I am not joking. And no,
I gotta admit, this does put, this does give ammunition to the people that support Dogpack. Because if you're going to journey, he should have fucking flipped his own tab and he should have paid for his own hotel. I'm sure it would have paid itself off. Yeah. And now he writes that thing backing off. So he's just a big, what a shock.
He did not mention this financial.
Fucking, you know what? You know what gets me too? You know what pisses me off to no end? Is the slop content guys that he puts out there are the ones that are going to rein this shit in. And I wonder if the real reason they hate slop, because the actual accountability squad is Nick Diorio, and Chud and stuff like that, and they're all and Tom, more so Nick and Chud, because they're the ones that are going to call the journalistic malfeasance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these guys want to be able to do without even taking any kind of criticism. So it was a bad move. I still don't. I don't know how that helps Dogpack. It doesn't make it. It doesn't make a lick of difference. But he can't say that he gave a hard-hitting video on MrBeast when he paid for his shit. You can totally come to the conclusion that he might have looked the other way on certain things. Yeah, you can't. That's why you can't take the money in a situation like that.
Connection to
Chud's going to have a field day, is right.
Source of his coverage in the video itself or the description.
God help him if he lied to Chud, because Chud will remember. He'll look at the other interview, because there is an interview. You know, There you go. You know, this is why there's slop content, quickly able to go to your videos and say you're full of shit.
At time of writing, instead opting to include a silly little pretend sequence of booking a flight.
Since Dogpack404 declined every interview offer, the only other place I could dig up the truth is in the belly of the beast.
Oh man, North Carolina?
Isn't that the boring part of the US?
Oh well.
Cute.
Oh, that's called deception. You can't, I'm sorry, when you're doing a video like this, you can't say it's like, you know, it's a bit or it's something like that. That's deceptive.
Except he wasn't just faking it for entertainment in the video.
Yeah, you can't, that's what I wanted to say, just faking for entertainment.
He didn't buy a flight in real life, either, as he admitted to friend of the channel, Chud Logic, in one of the most suspicious displays I've seen in a while.
One thing I actually wanted to ask, just as a kind of matter of record, is you obviously flew to America, right?
Yeah.
Did you cover those costs yourself, or did MrBeast in any way pay?
I'm gonna be honest on that. So I offered to do interviews.
That's a real quick, there is no nuance that needs to be put there.
To Dustin. And so I was the one who offered that, to want to do interviews. I reached out to Dustin about that after he reached out to me. He said that he wanted to do an interview and maybe try to ask some other employees if they wanted to do interviews. But since it was last moment and very expensive, Dustin, as far as I know...
You mean the guy that works for him? MrBeast didn't pay for it. Dustin paid for it. Where'd Dustin get the money? The MrBeast fund? Get the fuck out of here.
Paid for those, and not on the MrBeast part, because when I got at like the hotel, which they said that it was...
You see him fucking dancing right here.
...was on the card of like literally his name, like his personal card. Doesn't
make a difference. Doesn't make a difference his personal card, but it does not change anything. He told himself it would had he gotten caught, and he just got caught.
Company.
That should have been thought of. Like how am I going to do this? I would have just told him, look, I can't afford to get out there. Look, God damn, it was only $1,000 or something. I'd have put that up lickety split, because he's going to make more than that back in a video this size. I probably would have put $2-3 grand up to get over there to interview them. But once you take the money, you put a little thing on your video. It doesn't change the arguments though against Dogpack. It just makes this guy a fraud.
Disingenuous in some cases.
Just disingenuous, typical YouTuber.
All I know.
That's all I know, I swear. I don't even know how that boarding pass got in my hand. Quite a lot happens in that clip, but I didn't want to interrupt him. Let's think about what was just said, because I don't think many of the people who've heard this clip have recognized just how much of a car crash what just happened was.
Yeah, it's a big one.
So much so that I'd love to have access to those logs if they didn't arrange this over voice. This is some real panicked bullshitting. Because he knows what happened is suspect as all hell. How do I know that? Here's a clue. In Soggy's conversation with Dustin, where did he tell us the idea of him flying out came from? I don't think that was made clear at all. In response to being asked if he paid for his own flights, Soggy emphatically states twice that he's the one who offered to do interviews. So does that mean Soggy's the one who suggested flying out to them? That would be crazy. He told Chud seconds later, remember, that he's too broke for that. Plus, we know from the screenshots he shared of his conversation with Dogpack 404 that he's happy to conduct interviews via the web. This all means that if Soggy was the one who suggested flying out there, he was fishing for money to be spent on him by a source who he knows was likely scouting for someone like him and who wants particular outcomes from cooperation with a video creator.
I didn't think of that.
I didn't think of that either.
It's a little bit of a stretch, but it's not unreasonable, Verse. It doesn't mean it happened, but I think it's a fair allegation. I think it's a fair allegation. Like, it's because here's the thing. Like, it also could have went like this. Do you want us to fly out there? Yeah, sure, I'll fly. And that's the beginning of the end of it, right? But he had interviewed some other people. You know. Here's another thing. You know this Verse as well as I do. These guys will do anything for money and clout, anything. And they all this. I can do this fucking attitude. I can do it. I can make it look like that, and then I'll just turn around and say this if that happens. And we could be dealing with that. It's totally reasonable to come to that conclusion. It's not like harebrained.
Not great, to say the least, for myriad reasons. Now, what if, on the other hand...
I don't think this changes a thing for Dogpack. A thing. It just makes him disingenuous.
Dustin was the one who brought up the idea of flying him out there. How do we get from that to Dustin paying for it? Soggy, as we just heard in his chat with Chud, says that the reason it was paid for was that it was last minute and so expensive. Soggy said he just didn't have the funds. This implies that...
The thing is, like, if he had any, like, idea about, like, how it could be received in journalistic integrity, sorry, can't fly out there, can't afford it. And they said, well, we'll fly out. It's like, I don't think that'll help. I think, if anything, that'll put the video into question. You know, and if it's favorable to you, you wouldn't want that. And if it's not favorable to you, it would be like, if it's favorable to you, then people just say that, you know, you flew me out there, you paid for it. Maybe they said to him to fool him, though, but we're paying for it, not MrBeast. So, okay. No. Book a flight to Belgium and back. I just want to see, like, in 3 days time. I just want to get an idea how much that costs. It's from Belgium to North Carolina to South Carolina. I just want to just tell me what I'm looking at. Tell me what we're looking at.
That he would have been the one paying for it if he had the money for it, which means he must have communicated this to Dustin. In other words, this guy investigating MrBeast and Dogpack told us that he let a MrBeast employee know that he was broke and then had a significant amount of money, totally unnecessarily, spent on him by said supposedly rogue employee. There is no possible scenario that aligns with everything he said being true.
It wasn't with the MrBeast card.
That isn't also totally screwed. But there is...
The other thing, too, that goes against him is, like, this interview, like, the video is... I don't see why... If you don't have the money, it's not necessary. They could have gotten every bit of details out of those people through a Skype or Discord or anything. They could have got it all. There's, the more and more I think about it, there was no reason for it. I thought about that when I was watching the video. I was like, why did he fly out there? And then I looked at his sub count. I was like, oh, maybe he has the extra money. That's what I thought. Skype, LOL, okay, fuck you, so. No, and his idea, like, hey, I'm broke. Hey, don't worry, we got you. Hey,
Okay.
Where am I staying?
So just to talk about flights. So what I've done is I've done from Brussels to South Carolina from Thursday, November 21st, so like tomorrow.
Okay.
Then to the 24th.
Okay.
That is 803 pounds.
That's not too bad.
Just the flight.
Bad grand.
So that's about 963 euros. And then USD, that would be a little bit over $1,000.
Yeah, a little grand.
Mm-hmm.
We make more slop videos. You have more money to go fly to Mr. Beast fuck face.
And it's the same for if you're going to Charleston, Myrtle
Take
Beach,
like that shitty creator, Shrud's Logic. Like, just take clips of your stream and put it out there and make money on that. Maybe you can afford it. Like that the guy who can't, that makes slop content. Guy could sit 9 hours straight and hold a fucking audience of 1,000. Yeah, that no talent, Chug Logic.
Another option. One I lean towards believing, in fact.
And I bet Chud Logic would never have handled it this way. I remember a dumb fucking kid. I'm going to do journalism, but I'm going to let the fucking people I'm investigating fly me out. And put me in a hotel.
That Soggy is lying, and the whole shebang was simply offered to him by Dustin. Remember, Soggy told us his hotel was booked.
And that makes this look so much more pathetic. So pathetic. He wasn't cut out for it.
With Dustin's card. Is this guy so broke that he needed one night's accommodation paid for as well? Or did he take it purely because it was offered? Granted, I say one night, but don't actually know how long he was there for certain. What I am certain of, though, is that he felt like Dustin's little special guy the whole time. Just in case Soggy ever ends up rubbing his two brain cells together over what I've just said, I think it's worth explaining that if it was offered to him and he accepted because he was broke, that doesn't mean it was paid for because he was broke. Those are two very...
Well, here's the other thing. Let's go back. Let's just rewind to this time last year with Mama Max. We gave Mama Max hell because he put that girl up and was paying for her living situation. She'll say anything. She doesn't make her credible. Now, he has evidence to back up in his video. You could make that argument with this. You could make the same argument.
Very different things. The two cherries on top of this diarrhea sundae are that he thinks it couldn't have been Beast money spent on him because he's apparently
it's irrelevant. If Dustin paid for his own pie, it's irrelevant.
Never heard of reimbursement of business expenses, and that he's either genuinely
so far still cheaper than an Apple Vision Pro. yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. Oh, what's going on? My fucking camera's acting goofy. What's going on here? Oh, let's see this. My camera acting goofy. There we go. See if that'll help.
Severely retarded and doesn't understand why all this should absolutely have been disclosed to his audience.
Yeah.
Or he's evil and scrambling for excuses. Check.
What's he gonna do? Do a video on fucking? He's gonna do a video on Logan Paul now. Yeah, he disclosed something. He just ruined himself for criticizing the big time YouTubers. He did it for going forward. This guy completely fucked himself. Because all you got to do is bring this up. And there's also sincerity part. Like, how sincere are you? You're because I'm sorry, the audience, I don't know why. I'm not like this. I could care less about other YouTubers, even ones I like. And I have no personal connection. It's not a fucking, what do they call that? Antisocial, really? Or a parasocial? I don't have that.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I don't know why anybody else does. But here's the truth. Whether I feel that way or not, people like to believe you're a fucking good guy. They want to know and you took money. You can't, imagine, not disclosing something. He's absolutely right. How can Soggy Cereal go out and say, Logan Paul didn't disclose this, MrBeast didn't disclose this? Neither did you. Again, I want to make that abundantly clear. It doesn't get Dogpack off the hook. I don't know, unless you can show me that his evidence against Dogpack was the same, used the same deception. Then and from what I understand, that most of the stuff in the video is facts, but you could definitely call his credibility into question if you're anti Mr. Beast. Absolutely, I couldn't even argue with you, but it doesn't nullify. But it calls him into question and calls his future stuff in the collection too. It's funny how slot videos can be more accurate than fucking the shit you got paid to go fly.
This madness out.
I hate these slot video guys. I hate them.
That's fine. I don't necessarily think that's an issue, but I don't know if I maybe missed it. Was that said in the video, or is it somewhere in your description, just to really get it clear that happened?
No, it's not in the video.
No, sure. I mean, obviously, you know, it's up to you. I would say that just putting that in there somewhere, like as a comment or a thing, would probably just in case it comes up, like that could be a line of attack, right? Like you were paid to go out there.
I get
Yeah.
I think what I might do is like.
I'm gonna write a bunch of tweets acting like I'm neutral. That's what I'll do. I'll do this. Here's what I'll do. Fucking dipshit.
Obviously gonna have some. But I don't know if I can say this, but I'm obviously gonna have some interviews or whatever with people, and I'm 100% sure that they're gonna ask me this question, and I'm again just gonna be transparent about that. And If
it's too late. It's too late. And then not only that, you were deceptive in the video. You made it seem like you did pay for it. And you know why I think he put it in the video? Call me fucking crazy. Maybe this is a stretch. Because he was worried about people finding out that they paid for it.
It are like.
That's why he showed him like, book flight.
These sites creators. And so I feel like it's going to spread around like that. And if not, then I'll put it in the description. Yeah.
I am genuinely stunned. In the name of transparency, he's holding off simply adding a line disclosing his...
And knowing this, I want to read this, guys. I want to read this to you. Like, there are some things that come to my attention I found concerning. I personally feel disgusted by being Mr. Beast DMing my video to creators and instead of taking accountability. You can't tell anybody to take accountability. You didn't. For the very serious allegations that he doesn't name. He has confirmed done illegal things. That is one of the dumbest fucking things to say. You better put a statue in there at very least. And showcase scummy behavior, but still has to respond, not just for my video, but other videos, most notably serious allegations regarding crypto. And by the way, that crypto video didn't say he did anything illegal. Can you imagine him calling out Mr. Beast now after taking his money? It looks fake.
His financial connection to a source that he heavily relies on and trusts in his video because he expects his disclosure to be spread via interviews with large creators. And then if that doesn't happen to his satisfaction, he'll enact the labor of adding a sentence to the video's description. What in the hell is wrong with this guy? Accepting such major favors that can benefit you financially, make the video better, make it pop off, aside from just saving you the cost of a hotel and flight.
I don't know why. I don't think the video would pop off anymore than the fact you're sitting in some fucking Mr. Beast office. I don't think that would change anything. The facts are the facts. The fact, showing the dog pack is full of it.
Accepting such major favors from an interested party in your investigation is bad enough, and I would greatly prefer no one did such things. But if you disclose it, the public can at least take that into consideration. Make any attempt to obscure such arrangements, though, at all. And that part, specifically
I feel like he knew it might have been an issue, but he'll deal with it as it comes. That's what I feel like was going on here. I'm not as... this guy's saying he was fishing for the money, but... Yeah, I'm sorry, you can come to that conclusion.
Hiding of it. is a hammer to the skull of your credibility. And
Really is.
in light of my newfound utter disbelief of anything this guy says that isn't backed up with concrete evidence, I'd like to share another beautiful little snippet of ChudLogic's interview.
Jimmy didn't he didn't know who I interviewed. He didn't know, he knew that Dustin was like, talking to me and stuff.
Yeah.
To some extent.
Thanks for telling us.
That makes no fucking sense, and it's not mildly believable.
That MrBeast was in communication with the guy who paid for all this stuff and knew you were chatting. I think everyone who's watched your video should know this. Too late for that now, I'd say, but they should have had the opportunity to decide what that means to them.
Yeah.
But he didn't know who I was interviewing. He didn't know about the leaked dogpack firing interview.
This is a kid doing real journalism, and he's completely in over his head. He might have been able to do it at one time, but he's a YouTuber at heart, and the bottom line is this is kind of why I don't trust Oompa Loopaville on this interview. It's just because the interview he gave me, I like this guy, I do, but I noticed how dramatically he came from Mr. Like and sub guy to when he talked to me, he knew how to talk to me. Just tell the truth, and he did, and just be really open about this is not all real. We do this, we do that, we do the other thing. Probably because he felt comfortable because his fan base doesn't give two fucks about lolcow live,
Yeah.
But I would like I'd rather have somebody else interview him, but probably would have never happened any other way. But I just I get the feeling this kid is just way in it over his head.
He was really not involved into this, and I wanted to make sure.
He wanted to make sure,
How do you make sure that?
Wait.
How do you make sure a billionaire, right? Who employs this guy Dustin? What's stopping him? You're a fucking YouTuber. You run your fucking mouth and tell everybody talk. I know they all do. Oh, he won't tell Jimmy. Jesus Christ.
Exactly did he make sure MrBeast didn't know any of this? Do you think he trusted the guy who dropped a chunk of change on him, perhaps? Dustin, the guy who invested money in making sure Soggy's video would be higher quality and show them in the best light possible, while also probably making Soggy more money too. The guy we know was in communication with
Again, I don't think this is a question of the dog pack stuff. It doesn't change anything for him, but it does call this guy's credibility into question because he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And probably got lost in the lights.
MrBeast regarding his connection to Soggy. I'm really
These guys fucking dump on Tom and Chud because they're in this to make money and they're professional. Maybe the anti-slop crowd could take a note from those guys and be professional. Maybe the fact that it's a business for Tom and it's a business for Chud and it's a business for all these guys and Nick, it's not a business for him, but he treats it like it. Maybe you should take a fucking note instead of sticking your arrogant noses in the air and act like your videos are fucking Star Wars compared to fucking clips, and they're not. They're not.
Starting to think this kind of behavior could breed bias,
Maybe.
Anyway, it continues.
Because at first I wanted to interview Jimmy, but then when I was talking to Dustin, I realized maybe I shouldn't interview Jimmy and I should completely leave him out of this.
Oh, Dustin again. And Soggy simply, out of nowhere, realized MrBeast shouldn't be seen anywhere near this project while talking to Dustin. I'm sure that was entirely original thought on his part, and not once suggested by his pal. He goes on to explain that he thought he shouldn't interview MrBeast because MrBeast would be too biased.
Because if I interview him, that might, Jimmy obviously will be unbiased. And so, his employees are obviously also, Jimmy won't be unbiased. And his employees are obviously also not completely unbiased, they work at the company. But it's still different, But yeah, those...
Me getting plane tickets, hotel stay, Not a cause of concern regarding bias at all. No one needs to know, really. Direct access to question and challenge the subject of my investigation? No.
The other thing, you know, you could make the fucking argument. I thought of something else. By bringing him out there, they can control the situation a lot more than if they do it on Discord. It's nothing good. You can't really control a guy on Discord. All you can do is hang the fuck up, and that doesn't look good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's too biased. I hate that I feel I need to explain this, but that is not a problem if you are competent and not compromised. And if you aren't both of those things, you shouldn't be interviewing anyone because you are just a propaganda sponge. And note, he was happy to interview Dogpack. Dogpack declined, but he would have. Dogpack isn't too biased? Or is it that he's more willing to be adversarial with Dogpack? Seems like he does understand the—
That's a good point, man. Yeah, this guy fucked his own video.
The idea of challenging someone. I understand, though, it gets way harder to be adversarial with people who
I'm
are—
actually glad this is happening. I don't know how much it is. It's only got 3,000 views. Everybody should see this. I'm glad this is happening, especially to one of these fucking slop YouTubers. You know, the slop YouTubers that don't like what Chud does, even though the Tom and Chud and Nick do the same thing, but somehow Nick's fucking okay and the rest of them aren't. Yeah, that crowd. I like to see it happen to them. I think they're so fucking sophisticated. I think they're so above everybody, so artistic, and they're not. They write scripts and drop and drag a bunch of clips in there. That's it. Cut and paste, quite literally. It's not that sophisticated a video. It's not even like a who's that Depo video where they use fucking VR and shit or CG and stuff to show the crime scene. They're not that sophisticated, the video. They're not. They might take more time to research, but so fucking what? And here's the best part. You can do what Tom does. Make videos and do the streams and the clips and the Tom Dark stuff instead of sticking your nose up at it.
Paying for stuff for you. And hey, if you had an interview—
Yeah, so because when we can't criticize what Chud puts out or his opinions or what Tom puts out, when you just call it slop. Say it's like make a gatekeeping thing. Make it an uncool thing.
with Mr. Beast.
Tommy,
What?
Okay, give me a second. Hold on. No, never mind.
Oh, Soggy's here?
Never mind. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Really? Oh, okay. This guy's fucking off. Okay, what's his name? He ain't coming in here.
Yes.
I got news for you. He ain't coming in here. No way, Jose.
After having flights paid for, that looks really bad, doesn't it? Uh-oh. Like you're being 100% undeniably being worked for PR, as opposed to just, 90%. Fun fact time. It doesn't even actually matter if that is what was happening. Through his actions, he's created an appearance of impropriety. This is still doing something wrong, as even if what you're presenting is all true, it does a disservice to the truth by leading people to doubt it. Now, on that point of things being true or getting things right, maybe this guy rules at debunking Dogpack 9 times out of 10. I lack some of the necessary context on certain things and didn't care to check others, but an example or two did stand out to me as I casually watched. Like Dogpack's claim that he thinks a promise of MrBeast and crew signatures, where the MrBeast signature isn't scribed by him.
Hold on a second, Madeline. My room smells like limes now.
Is fraud.
I made him spit out his
false
drink.
advertising. Specifically, not forgery, as Soggy will imply Dogpack is suggesting.
So here's a clip of Tyler maybe not forging, using MrBeast's signature.
And that devalues it as a collector's item.
Some people bought these shirts as collector's items or even investments, and this puts into question the authenticity of all MrBeast signed merch, which otherwise could have been very valuable one day.
Soggy tries to shoot that down by
Dogpack's right on that. 100%.
stating that you can legally sign things on others' behalf if given consent, and by asserting that doesn't devalue the signature.
Completely legal and fine to use someone.
Wait a minute. I'm a new rule. We can't have this. I'm telling you right now, we cannot have mods in the Discord pretending to be celebrities and shit like that. If somebody else wants to fool me or one of the fans, but that cannot come within house, it stops fucking today. All right. those kind of jokes that could throw me off and stuff like that don't work. Knock it the fuck off. I need to know who I'm talking to in a situation like this. It's not time to fight. If you want to fucking fool me on something a little more like a little less contentious and something like that, yeah, that's fine. But not something like this. Use your fucking judgment.
Else's signature if they gave you formal consent to do so, and it doesn't devalue the signature.
Why wouldn't it devalue the signature? I can't believe I didn't pick up on that. Of course it would. It's on MrBeast's autograph.
Sorry. A lot of people apparently love his video. Maybe if you're invested, then it's fun to watch him tear into Dogpack.
I wouldn't want something signed by another guy. I want it signed by MrBeast.
But the guy's dumb as a brick. He doesn't even comprehend the exceedingly simple-to-understand critique of fellow mental invalid Dogpack here. It's like watching Beatles fight. One more little thing before we push on that just came to mind. I couldn't stop laughing at the first interview in this video. See, Dogpack got his hands on a clip of a guy that was recorded without his knowledge and leaked him. This led to people recognizing him. Soggy interviewed this guy over the web. Guess he didn't need to fly out for this one. He interviewed him and got him to state over and over how much harm his statements being leaked has caused him, his finances, and his relationships due to what he said, demonstrating over and over how much incentive he has to now lie and sweep up after himself, saying he was bullshitting in the secret recording, and didn't, for 1 millisecond, touch on that possibility, just ate it right up. Alright, despite the title of this video, that's enough Soggy bashing. Time to grab Beast by the horns. Or at least a handful of Beast employees. I think it's obvious why MrBeast wouldn't want to be associated directly with any of this, even if he's aware already. But there are more people involved than those I've introduced so far. Soggy flew out and interviewed multiple Beast employees. Funnily enough, he actually name-doxed one with a crappy censor before fixing it, by the way, but that's not important. He talked to a few of them and, in my opinion, they acted like unprofessional losers. We are talking about current employees of Beast flying an influencer out to be a mouthpiece for their gossip against an ex-employee, including a high...
No, we wouldn't fucking tolerate this. Yeah, look what happened to goddamn old Meek and Scarborough flying out to kiss the ring for Trump. They've been discredited by both sides now, too.
Hiring manager who used to be MrBeast's HR.
When someone reports something to HR, which would have been me at the time because it was years ago.
Their attacks really started with a cringe leaked recording of Dogpack being fired and eventually led to people painting him as a pest to be around.
Can you tell me a bit about your relationship with Dawson during both of you guys working there? Was there something that felt off?
Yeah, so I mean, me and Dawson were cordial. I tried to keep it professional. I think he tried his best to keep it professional, but I will say it was a little uncomfortable with just me and him in the office. He seemed pretty disinterested in making genuine connections with people at the company. He gave weird vibes for sure, and I felt very uncomfortable working in the office with him. He didn't seem to work too well with others.
He gave weird vibes. Icky.
Thanks, Emily of MrBeast. Nice caliber of employee running around representing the company. Probably the heaviest blow in the whole video is the claim that Dogpack has prevented people from being able to walk.
I don't know if I have a fucking problem with that. I might disagree with him here. If you're interviewing, assuming everything's on the up and up, and it doesn't appear to be, by the way, and she adds that, they're trying to get regular employees talking about their experience with this particular person. So I don't necessarily have too much of a problem with that, because I don't think she's being interviewed as the individual. She's not being interviewed as a sort of a talking head for the company. But it is, I guess, kind of disparages him. And it really doesn't discredit him, it just disparages. But I don't really find that all too awful. He's just trying to have a real... But in light of, flying him out there, it does change things.
look.
We're doing a video where we're trying to help people walking.
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah.
Actively, partners have pulled out because of these videos. There are people who will not walk or will have to delay in them walking because of the videos that Dogpack made.
And then it cuts to him talking about...
You know? See, when I heard that, it was kind of like throwaway. I was like, all right, he's just being hyperbolic. Really doesn't change anything. It doesn't change anything for Dogpack, but that does, like, if you're going to be, you got to, like, can you give me some examples? Because if you just put that out there, you are just regurgitating the fucking company propaganda.
Something else. Yeah. Soggy, buddy, you're not going to probe that at all?
Yeah, and he doesn't respond.
I guess he could have and not included it, but I'd personally be very curious to know more details if I was told this. Did the partners...
Yeah, because that's a feels thing. So was the thing she was saying. It feels like he's gross and weird. He is kind of gross and weird. I'm sure... I didn't have a problem with that part of the interview, but this deserves... If you're a neutral party, you got to... Wait, you can't just say that. What do you mean? You got to at least do that, right?
Cite Dogpack's vids directly as a reason for deciding they don't care so much about people being able to walk anymore? Was it more the general maelstrom caused by them that made their partners say, screw them kids? Or did Hoodie simply deduce Dogpack must be why their partners stopped wanting to help the disadvantaged? We know Soggy was all fired up by this point, as he says to Chud Logic.
I was fucking boiling inside when I heard that, like,
he's such a phony.
What Dawson is doing, a disgruntled employee, is hurting philanthropy. It's making it so that less people would get, like, prosthetics to walk again and shit. And at that point I was like, yeah, this guy should get sued. Dawson should get sued. He should get whatever backlash and consequences.
But they're not going to sue him. They're going to use you instead. Well, this guy fucking in over your head.
That can come from him slandering the entire MrBeast company this much. And at that point, like, I was still a little bit open-minded to Dawson maybe having some good intentions. But from that point, I was like, yeah, I know. He's just awful. He's just an awful person. And he deserves every consequence that could come from whatever my video does, you know?
Soggy frequently rails against manipulation in his video, but he's been filtered by the philanthropy shield. When he's brought to a point of extreme emotion, all the way to stating malice here, he doesn't for a second consider he might have been toyed with a little bit. No, Soggy acknowledges there are legit problems.
Dogpack caught me a fucking leg.
Perhaps legitimate problems that would make a partner pull out, I might suggest. Did you press this guy for specifics of exactly why these partners pulled out and how he knows there's no other cause, even one little bit, to make sure he's not distorting the truth? If you did, you didn't include it. Why not, if this is such a big deal to you? Maybe Soggy's right, and it is 100% on Dogpack and his videos, with no blame at all even to the partners who...
Cut him slack, Tommy. He lives in Belgium. He's just salty that he doesn't live in a real country. No, he's salty he doesn't have a... because Belgium's not a country.
Believed some internet schizo, or who themselves cared more about the PR impact of internet drama than helping the disabled. But I'd suggest it is very important to make sure you weren't being fed a line by a man whose relationship with Dogpack was described like this.
It seemed like he had no respect for Hoodie. He didn't take any of Hoodie's advice. It seemed like he didn't think he knew what Hoodie was doing. But yeah, Dawson definitely did not like Hoodie. Yeah, did not like Hoodie, did not show him any respect.
Look, Dogpack obviously has personal beef, but so very, very clearly do all of these people too, from before Dogpack's videos. I mean, he talked about info on what was occurring being contained such that MrBeast had no idea who would be interviewed, but even the chef, who supposedly wasn't planned to be included, was in on this.
Hey, this is Emily from Ideation.
Hey Emily, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right.
Cool. Well, I'm here with Soggy. I wanted to ask you, I have a question to ask you about Dawson.
Just a quick, I'm here with Soggy, and the guy knew exactly what she meant. Soggy was in a hyena's den. Look.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I would ever, in a million years, want to hang out or work with Dogpack. Ever. However, just because he started it, doesn't mean you should, as representatives of the company, all get together to retaliate in kind. I mean, for my personal enjoyment, it's great. So don't stop for my sake, but if, you know, you guys don't want to be known as the scumbag, gossiping bitch company that will pay for a YouTuber to fly out and shit on an ex-employee on camera, working the influencer into a fervor to defend your honor in the names of cripples you claim Dogpack harmed. In other words, if you don't...
I'm absolutely sure that... I don't understand this. There is no fucking world where MrBeast doesn't know everything that went into this. None. Feel the same way about Obama. There's no world that he didn't know they bugged his fucking Trump Tower. It's the same type of situation. There is no world where he doesn't know. And I thought that when I was watching it. If you invite the guy over to, as long as he's allowed to answer the questions, and that's one thing, but it was imperative for him to let people know, yes, I got flown out.
Don't want this company to look...
I don't know, them having a grudge prior, though, I don't know how much that matters. I mean, consider how much Dogpack made up. But this video isn't about Dogpack. This is about Soggy and his impropriety.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is about. And, you know, it's like, I saw somebody on Twitter say this again. I've seen it before, you know, like, you know, two things can be true at once. You know, there could be two bad guys in the situation. And you know, the truth is, things don't, only for morons, there's one good and there's one light side and one dark side on every situation. You got to be an idiot to think that. And there's plenty of them, because that's what cancel culture is. People that, you know, think they're on the side of, you know, the light. Wow.
Like a bottom-of-the-barrel dementoid circus comprised of wannabe reality show rejects, perhaps it's in your interest to not do this. There are many, many other ways to tackle it. And if MrBeast is cool with this and lets all this slide, then that must be the kind of company he wants to run. I'd also find it very hard to believe he's not in on it. As a last quick message, Soggy Cereal, thinking back to the tweets I read at the start, you shouldn't feel used by MrBeast. You didn't bend over for him, and even had some criticisms to share. You did, though, willingly get on your knees to be throat-pumped by his gaggle of goons, which I'm sure you understood was happening, and I'm sure you enjoyed as well. But, as usual, that's just another one of my harmful opinions.
Check out Harmful Opinions. He's amazing. I'm interested to take some calls. Yeah, for shizzle. Yeah, what you all think? I'm dying now. What you think? What you think? I might save the other stuff for tomorrow, actually, because I already did an hour. Wow, whoa, we were.
Wow, we were indeed.
No, it's just both sides are terrible. Yeah, but don't look at it as like good and evil or terrible and non-terrible.
No,
just take it individually. Look, I could still say Soggy's video is good on Dogpack. It discredited Dogpack, and say, yeah, he should have put that out there, and that discredits some of the things he said. And you know, the T-shirt signing was stupid. I could still do that. Probably should have. You know, now that I'm thinking, I should have watched his video a lot closer. I'm a little embarrassed about that myself. You know, I remember thinking something about because I put it on the right screen, and I did the signing thing, and I'm like, well, I'm not interested in the signing stuff. I'm interested in the Delaware stuff. So there you go. Nothing. I guess y'all agree with me. All right, fine. Fuck y'all. Switch to Pegasus. Another phony. I mean, all three of these guys could be dirtbags. It's entirely possible. MrBeast when accused. He got caught. The finale. Sued. He's finished. It got worse. He's over. Finally done. The end. It's done. Finally over. He's he's done. These all YouTubers are trash. It's done. When those all allegations are false. As for Soggy Cereal's videos, some things were right, but some things were wrong too. Well, if it's only the fucking signing thing, your videos look pretty dumb. My experience with Pegasus, he's always been in kind of a surfer, algorithm rider. The way I remember him getting built up was through Alex and most of like Nick's work and stuff like that. He kind of was a side voice there. I dealt with him once. And he wasn't really nice to me for some fucking reason. I don't know why. I didn't do anything to him, but you know, maybe he's worried I'd fucking actually start watching his videos, find all the mistakes in them. I don't know. I may cover it later, but I'm obviously more interested in talking to MrBeast directly at the moment. Well, that didn't happen. I honestly don't know what's next, but stay tuned as always. I'll do my best. Also, it seems as an insane few months. Thanks for the support, guys. You rock. So you made all your videos on fucking Dogpack because he was a surfer. He wrote everybody else's content. You know, he didn't break anything himself. He just presented it in a way. So he got in the Dogpack train. So probably a good amount of that is just complete bullshit, if not all of it. So I talked to MrBeast behind the scenes in a couple of calls. We had a real genuine conversation about everything. Jiminy admits that he did a lot of wrong, but he also wants to clarify some misinformation lies about him as well. We had a call off the record. We agreed not on the record where he had a few responses that he cleared up some confusion and helped his case partly. When we were all set up for the actual interview to post on the channel today, and I asked him about every single allegation, I prepared questions for him the last 2 days, he seemed excited to finally getting his perspective out there. But literally last minute before the recorded interview, his team canceled and said they didn't want to do an in-person interview rather than an online one. Spoilers, I don't live in America, so we can't do that. I personally don't think it makes difference at all. I don't either. Might be easier in person. All you guys really wouldn't mind an online interview. I just wanted him to respond. When he apologized for me, I don't trust you interviewing him either. I mean, yeah, it'd be interesting why they flipped to Oompaville. Then he apologized for me, wasted my time. But yeah, that's what happened the last few days. Anyway, if he changed his mind, I'm still down. You can expect a fair interview with hard-hitting questions. No, I can't. I keep it real and do not bend for bigger YouTubers. It means nothing to me, and I still think it's the best to do it on this channel specifically. I think he convinced the most people here as it's the forefront of the drama. But it's his decision in the end. I guess I might just cover the interview when it drops on some other channel, which he hasn't decided yet. As for Soggy Cereal's video, some things were right. What is Pegasus Canadian, right?
Ooh, I don't know. I haven't really watched much of this content.
Some things right.
But even then, like
I gotta stop you. So some things right, some were pretty wrong too. Yeah, these are the guys. These are the guys for the job. They're the guys for the big interview and all the journalism. Pretty wrong. But feel free to watch if you want. I may cover it on. I'm obviously more interested in talking to MrBeast in the moment. Blah blah blah. I honestly don't know what's next. Stay tuned. I'll do my best. It's been an insane few months. Thanks for the support, guys. You rock. Wow, you guys supported me for just regurgitating what you wanted to hear with no thought whatsoever. Shocking. Oh, by the way, Stephen A. Sarge, who is a journalist, carpetbagger. Yeah, I guess he unblocked me. I just call him Stephen Ashrash. Although he did kind of like tap out on the Onision stuff. I still don't trust him. Breaking a lawsuit was filed against MrBeast on Tuesday by a former employee alleging that he owed unpaid wages for violations of the Fair Labor Standards Act. That's just fucking who cares. And he's a big corporation. He's a billionaire. They're going to be getting sued all the time. I think that's. It's a big corporation. You got a billionaire and probably a billionaire. Pegasus needs to interview a full speed semi truck. Yeah. I don't know. Stuff is fucking ridiculous. No calls though. Shocking. Shocking. Oh, should I do the rest of the stuff? I don't know.
I'd say we could power through it.
Power through it. Okay. We'll go into the news, regular news stuff. So, yeah, there's a lawsuit. Big deal. Well, people that, children that don't know companies get sued every day will think it's a big deal. Over 10 major companies have reportedly suspended advertising on Twitch over alleged anti-Semitism concerns via Richard Lewis. Alleged. You can sit there and you can fucking look at his shit. It's alleged. Here's what caused the concerns. Let me see this. There's that fucking freakazoid Dan Clancy. Okay.
The next person is one of my favorite people, Ethan Klein.
I told you guys to clap.
This is a good reaction.
That was a good one. That's good. All right. Turn that up. Turn giraffes.
We all know where this is going. Okay. I like how we're giving audience input. They're like, fuck what you guys had to say.
Dude, where's the? You guys are missing a category.
It's amazing. Yeah, it is pretty amazing. They got it. Sponsored by Chevron, Capcom, from Arab the Jew Lover. That's fucking such clearly racial superiority. That is just unbelievable. I thought it was going to be keep reading. No, here's some of the concerns. I guess I can't go there. Speaking of pause their advertising with a streaming platform and cited allegation of anti-Semitism. Lewis reports that 11 corporations and agencies represent multiple companies. Chevron was said to be furious at TwitchCon segment, where streamers rated content as Arab to Lo Sherba. I guess that means Jew lover. Wow. Yeah. It's Kai Sen, everybody. Mr. Entertainment. Caught a scammer.
Yeah, you understand me? Fuck you! All right? Mehtara Bapuan. Okay? You understand me?
I want to talk to you, sir. I want to talk to you.
Son.
I'm not talking to nigger people. I don't like nigger.
What?
Okay! You wanna call me a nigger? Oh, Kevin! You wanna call me a nigger? Really?
Let me. I'm more interested in, because this guy's playing it up for fun. Is this white guy like walking around like he's like, I cannot believe I heard those words? Aren't they like dirty scammers? Is that what he's doing? I'm more interested in the white guy.
Really? Kevin!
Yeah, you understand me?
He's one of the scammer payback guys.
Oh yeah, I can't believe it's my virgin ears. And Kai Sen's like, I'm so glad he called me. That's so funny. It's gonna work on stream.
You should replay the reaction.
Yeah, let me see that. Yeah, let's see it again.
Fuck you! All right? Mehtara Bapuan. Okay? You understand me?
I want to talk to you, sir. I want to talk to you.
Son.
I'm not talking to nigger people. I don't like nigger.
What?
Yeah, he's pretending to be all fucking like he heard a dirty word. Unbelievable. Deplatform Frogan via that's smart move. That pisses me off. I mean, like, I don't want to sit there and act like I don't appreciate donations, but I mean, what part? Like, I'm sitting there, I'm just covering, a bunch of fucking anti-Semites, and these guys are always wishing people dead and shit, right? Was that? I wonder if that was Winter Gaming. I wonder if it was him.
No, it wouldn't have been.
Wouldn't have been.
No.
And so will you do the same fucking thing? Hey, newsflash! You can't call for people's death unless you're doing it to me and you're on their fucking side and you're trying to make me look like a fucking maniac. You can't do it. You can't call for people's death. Yeah, brave take, right, George? You can't do it. Unless you're calling. It's not like that. If you're going to do something, I mean, it's got to be not like that. I mean, you could even say, there's ways to do it, but you start bringing in actual calibers of weapons in and get the fuck out of here. That's fucking crazy. I don't know if it's that funny. It's not that creative. So I don't know if it's that funny. So I'm not going to argue that shit. But then, no, it's really dumb. Murder bad. Hot take, Tommy. I'll tell you what, you can do it. You can do it like Osama bin Laden and shit. No, you can't do it to her. Because she's a fucking civilian. Maybe like world dictatorial leaders. Yeah, something like that. But not a situation like this. I mean, they're getting punished because they're fucking wishing death on everybody. And what's the solution? Like, and I'm clutching pearls over that. So I'm gonna laugh at somebody doing the same thing. It makes me look stupid if I laugh at it. Ugh. One moron to another. I want to go out drinking.
By the way, the brothel thing is crazy because he openly admitted that he knows. You know,
let's pull it up on stream. What I know. I think we should. This is the brothel. There we go. Hell's Angel brothel raided by 900 officers, say the German police. Tax and custom investigators swoop in on Artemis, Berlin's biggest sex club. This is where Hassan said that he had sex with a prostitute, as authorities allege that women were exploited and possibly trafficked. More than 900 police, tax and customs investigators have raided Berlin's biggest brothel, charging it linked to the Hells Angel biker gang and making 6 arrests. They detained 2 managers of the so-called nude sauna club, Artemis, and 4 madams in the raid, in which they encountered 117 sex workers.
I want to make this abundantly clear, right? I don't think that's Hassan's problem. You know, prostitution is legal, and this is the downside of making prostitution legal in your country, right? But watch what Hassan does.
Workers and more than 100 clients. Prostitution is legal in Germany, but police charge that the 4-story brothel complex constituted a brutal and illegal system that severely exploited dependent women. Suck a dick, Hassan. I ain't fucked no prostitute at a place that got raided for fucking human trafficking. You have.
Can I go to your place? Because I don't want that on my head there, Dan. Yeah. All the whores volunteered. It's run by a biker guy. But how is Hassan known as run by the Hells Angels, where it's guaranteed to be corrupt?
Pervert ass fucking old fucking motherfucker.
Was that they were fucking raided for tax evasion, basically. Like he's saying, like it's fine. They weren't raided for sex trafficking, but it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna keep lying about it. Okay.
I just read the article, dog. Why don't you pull it up? So.
The point is, Hassan's a liar. You know. We got raided for tax evasion. You wouldn't get raided for a tax evasion. You just get a court date. Nobody gets arrested for that unless it's like you've already been to court and you didn't pay out. I mean, like, what the fuck? And that being said, you know, it's like this. Like, if you go to me, now I understand it's a little different with sex, but that's the thing. Once you make sex a legal commodity, then it falls under the same. This might get some women upset, but it's legal, and fucking, you know how many women fucking went for it over here. Sex is a commodity in Germany; it's illegal, so it's just the same as fucking, cannolis. So if I get cannolis, it isn't, but it is under German law. If I get cannolis from a mob place that killed a bunch of fucking guys, that's on my fucking head. No, I'm sorry. The trick is maybe you don't make sex a commodity for something like this might not happen. So I don't blame Hassan for that. But at the same time, he just fucking lies about it. They did get nailed. They got nailed for sex trafficking. A lot of these girls are like fucking not even working in those places anymore. They're closing left and right because there's like apps you can get now where you can deal with them directly. Which the only problem with that is they usually will supposedly the brothels kept tabs on because you got to like test it like every other week if you're a prostitute supposedly. But the brothels would make damn sure everybody got tested because it would be on their ass. But now, from what I understand, it's moving out of the brothels and into apps in Germany. Yeah, and you can deal with the girl directly. So it's just funny, Hassan. I don't care that he used the brothel. I don't give a fuck. It's completely legal here. You want to argue whether it shouldn't be legal? It's a different fucking argument.
We do have somebody in waiting to call if you want to go to them.
Khan, go ahead. Hello? What is that weird fucking... All right. Sorry, Khan. Are you going to say something or not? Hello?
Just unmuted. So.
No. They still have that stupid... I ain't got time. I ain't got time to do that. Nobody got time for that. Here we go.
And the way my dad wanted to be honored, like his last wishes were a little bit, I would say, non-traditional.
You know, you want whatever your ritual is to reflect the person who died.
This fucking gay guy.
Life is between us, and as long as you're not hurt.
What does that mean? Life is between us and us. Such a wise man.
Hurting anyone, do what feels right.
That's definitely what I'm going to be leading with this year, because I know my mom was a little bit hesitant when my dad expressed his passing wishes, his dying wishes, and what he'd like us to do. And she was a little embarrassed and like, what would people think of us? Or, won't people think that's weird? And I
got an idea. Let's not tell the internet. Oh, Mom, sorry. We can't do that.
was telling her.
I don't believe this. I picture her father as this big fucking fat Italian guy, old school. Like, hey, put me in a pot plant and smoke me. I can't. Maybe it's because I'm from New Jersey. Maybe she's not from New Jersey. I don't know. From
what I remember,
she
didn't look like that.
She was like, I don't believe her. I can't believe what Italian man would have his soul would allow that. You know what we should do? We should prank call Diorio's
She's
dad.
from Seattle.
Yeah, okay. Well, now it's a little more believable. Maybe I'm wrong. I should apologize. She's not from New York or New Jersey or Connecticut or fucking Philly.
That this is what Dad wanted, and it's just not about anybody else. It's about us and Dad and honoring Dad.
You being open is like,
I think I get this fucking weirdo just like telling her she's right about everything.
Like, no shame.
She's truly the modern Oprah.
You're allowing it to be and owning it and not feeling shame, because who people are is who people are.
Yeah.
What did he say before?
It is what it is.
No, it is what he said. Something else. Not is what it is. It's what you want is what you want. You know.
Yeah.
This guy's such a wise man.
And to rember them. I always say
he's a leading grief expert, Tommy.
Yeah, he's a grief expert.
He knows his shit.
Yeah, I want to be a grief expert. I think I'd be really good at it. I think I would be like, stop being such a pussy. that would be my thing.
You would speed run through all 5 stages of grief.
My God, your dad was like 90. Get over it. There you go.
That died with your dad.
I'll be a grief counselor.
Oh yeah.
And there is a part of your.
How about this one? Just have another baby.
Oh my God.
That was rough, huh?
Your dad that will live on in you. And your meaning is to nurture that part of him.
Oh, I'm
fucking getting fucking high, man.
I'm definitely going to be
in your unique way. You do that.
And
it's
the
an internet
way
stunt. That's what it is.
Basically, I'm going to take a hit and then I'm going to go outside and my mom and my sister.
You know, ever since I started smoking pot again, I really hate it, and I hate people that smoke pot. I think I'm just going to, you know what I'm going to do? You know what I think I might do? I think I'm going to take this big bag of weed that I have here, and I'm just going to give it to a homeless person. You know, I think I should. You think I should do that?
No.
Well, no one's going to smoke it with me. I can't function.
I know you can't, and I told you.
I don't like. Oh yeah, I know. So I'll just get rid of it, and I got tons of it left. You know.
Are going to do the same. They wanted to do so off camera, but then my sister might come in and hang out with me and just share some fun stories or memories that we have about Dad.
Why don't you do that with your sister? Like, it's so less intimate when you're doing it online. Ugh.
We'll just see how we feel. We're just gonna play it by ear. You know, there's no rules anymore.
Oh, fucking weirdo. She thinks she's thinking about her dad. Oh.
It's the face
I remember when he spilled the pasta and everybody laughed. It was fun. And stuff like this makes me think. Like, I was always one of those legalize it guys, but now I see this. I wish they hadn't legalized it. Everything's cooler. Everything's cooler when it's illegal.
Maybe one more for good measure.
Everybody looks ridiculous smoking pot. God.
I honestly can't believe I'm doing this.
Yeah, you can. You fucking planned the whole thing. You had some fucking weird gay guy telling you it was okay. Honoring my dad. Ugh,
I think
weird. And then she's got that foot fetish thing going on. She's a wacky chick. And how she's under 5 feet tall, right?
Yeah, she's 4'8".
I mean, she looks like a child. That's weird. That's too small.
When I was talking to David,
any 4-foot women in the audience?
Not the same height as me.
You're barely 5
6 inches taller.
How tall?
Yeah, but I'm 6 inches taller than her. 5'2".
5'2". Tiny.
Your dad died. Probably a part of you died.
I'm almost a foot taller than you.
And I feel like that.
Yeah,
I feel like old Ro.
I'm almost half a foot taller
super.
I'm basically half a foot taller than Rosanna.
What would Real Talk have said about this? He would say, man, I don't know.
Nice and buttoned up. I feel like old Ro that's died. And I'm still nice to friends, family, and people because I love people. I'm like a people person.
Yeah.
I love meeting new people. But I'm no longer going to be nice to people who are cruel to me or mean to me. I'm not going to try to...
She's smoking a pot, trying to recognize... listen to this nut, this psychopath. She's a sociopath, all right? She's sitting there. She's doing this ritual with her dad, which is weird to begin with. She's got the jackass telling him that it's okay. And she somehow slips in her YouTube fucking enemies into this. This is so funny.
Me are mean to me. I'm not going to try to kill them with kindness anymore. People who are like that.
Yeah, like MrBeast.
They're just going to get what they give.
Now she sounds like a mob boss.
So that's
what a phony. This is a phony, folks. You're looking at a fraud, a fraudulent human being. There's been some misinformation online. I'll probably get it clipped for this. Better start sending me some donations. Me doing all this shit. They're misinformation. I just wanted to clarify. I did not smoke my dad's ashes directly. I smoked them indirectly, you idiots. You should never smoke ash. Thanks. My father's ashes were mixed in the soil, which the cannabis you can smoke your dad forever. I smoked the cannabis plant. What a weirdo. I can't say they're weirdo.
Watch the video. Watch the video.
Really? I'm probably getting clipped for this. Oh, that's the urn. Oh my god, that's dad?
Yeah.
That's so fucking weird.
That only took up like 2 seconds of the video. Oh, there's Dad again. Bye, Dad.
Oh, what a weirdo. What a weirdo. Dad, I missed you. I missed you, Dad. Oh. There's Dad. You better get him in there. Somebody might think it's sugar or some shit. You know, look at.
Yeah. What was it? There's somebody in chat. T Overflow said mixing.
It's fucking funny, man.
Mixing Dad with the whisks is something else.
That's fucking funny. Oh, God, that's hysterical. Oh, what a weirdo! What's with all these pot weirdos? I'm done. I officially hate this shit. Yeah, I think I should just go downtown. I was like, hey, you like weed? I hate this shit. Go, just take it. Give it to a homeless person. Yeah, there we go. Nobody's calling in? I guess we done.
You could do a poll if you wanted about the homeless people. Should you?
Nah, maybe I will. I will do it if I got to see some homeless people. I got to get out of the house is what I got to do.
You got.
I don't know where they are. There's a lot more of them around since COVID. There's a shit ton of them around now. It wasn't like that before. There is a shit ton. You know, I get more likes on tweets when I don't watch it. It seems if I forget about it. If I watch it, I'm like, that's a really good one. Nobody thinks it's funny but me. It's ridiculous. Redonkulous. All right. The fuck out of here. I guess we got to do after show. You want to do the Bigfoot after show?
How long is the video?
I don't know. There's a bunch of them. Bigfoot seems like it's up our alley for after show. I don't know.
Yeah, we can do it.
Bigfoot. I don't know. Take a reasonable one. There's a part of me who wants to get the fuck out of here, but every night I never do it. So.
Oh, we do have somebody in, but I don't know if you want it. It's
Kron, what do you want, man? We're about to ready to get out of here.
All right. Do you have a clip of that? Let me.
Reefer Madness, thanks so much. Let me get this donation. I tried to warn you guys, Reefer Madness. Yeah, I know that movie. Yeah, go ahead, Kron.
All right. I just want to ask, how do you think it is that let's just call it what it is? This woke anti-Semitism slipped through the cracks at Amazon. How did nobody at Amazon?
I got a wild motherfucking. First of all, here's the thing: the far left historically has a problem with Jews. Ask Jews. You know, I talk to Jews. Like, I'm a little older than you. I remember when the wall fell, and I live in a place called Highland Park, New Jersey, which has a real high Jewish population. They even have a pizza place called Jerusalem Pizza, which caught fire last year, unfortunately, by the way. So, like, I got to talk to some of these kids at the time, and they're adult, how they were treated because they were Jews. And you got to remember something. All these fucking commies, or what? Woke is another word for commie. All right, let's just be honest. And the Jews are seen as the merchant class, the capitalists. They hate them. Maybe not as quite as much as the Nazis did, but just as much. On the same time. So there's always been a weird thing with Jews and like the way Jews are treated by far leftists. There's always been something there. And the fact that the far left has always been buddy with I'm going to say average Democrats, buddy with like Palestinian terrorists, Arab terrorists. It goes all the way back to the 70s. If you look back to the German Rote Army faction, Baader-Meinhof game, connections to Palestine. IRA, connections to Palestine, another far left organization. At least in the 70s incarnation it was. So they've always fucking hated Jews. They hate Jews because they're merchant class. Fucking the hard right hates Jews because they killed Jesus. So there's always been, and here's the thing. You know, you always hear about like we need to have a conversation about race, which usually means I get to lecture you about it. Here's the thing: the left needs to have a conversation about their historical anti-Semitism, and it goes back longer than both of me and you've been alive. They've had a problem with Jews for the longest, and you're probably saying to yourself, "Well, how come so many Jews, American Jews, vote for this stuff?" Good fucking question. I don't know either. In fact, that's the one group Trump didn't move. Jews, for some reason. So
he's been more in support of Israel.
So my answer to you, why? It's always been there. They always have hated Jews, irrationally.
So even at Amazon from the top.
Yes. Well, I don't know if they know about that shit, but I have a feeling there's probably some pretty far left people up there. You know, when I was a kid, everybody's in big corporations, so it was almost guaranteed they voted Republican. It's not like that anymore. Yeah, I mean, they're usually right wing outlook, capitalistic outlook. Just make sure a CEO doesn't mean you're a capitalist anymore. It used to, it doesn't mean that anymore. So,
sometimes it's profitable to seem not that way to appeal to a demographic.
Yeah, I think like if you're having birthday parties and knowing what fucking Hassan's saying, and he is a bit of a cash cow for him, and kind of I think they're just okay with it, man. I think they're okay with it. I think they just hate Jews. They hate Jews. That's it. They always have. Always will. It's irrational. It's bigotry. It's just like it is on the right, except for a different reason. You know, the right hates the Jews. It really boils down. The right hates the Jews because of race. The left hates the Jews because of class. And you know, it's the class warfare. You know, with the far left. So there you go. And it's been going on forever. So it doesn't surprise me a bit. That does not mean that every liberal is a fucking Jew hater. It does not mean every right winger is a Jew hater. It doesn't mean anything of the sort. But they have a long history with Jew hate. That's my opinion, and I think what you're hearing is there's more radical voices over there because there's simply no way to counter any of them. They'll get rid of anybody that counters them, you know, and call them and smear them as a bigot or do what they did to Destiny. You know, I think they have radical views. Go ahead.
That for the longest time, they, the meme was, "Oh, I love Israel and the Jews." It seems like they were just waiting for the opportunity to go full anti-Semite.
Yes. See, it doesn't surprise me because I know my dad was used to tell me when I was a kid, if they get the chance, you're going to see the Nazis in these people. And they did. They had the political capital to do it, and that's what they were waiting for. The far left, and isn't that like the far left? They'll always invoke the Holocaust, and they still hate Jews. You know. They always use. They love to use their name their insert oppression event here, and they'll I think that's the way I feel, and that doesn't mean that I hear these people criticism of Israel is legitimate or not. I'm sorry, they went beyond that to me.
Yeah, like
it crossed to anti-Semitism, unapologetic anti-Semitism.
Yeah, there's a certain point where Zionists stopped talking about like fervent Israel lover to like just any Jew.
Well, I mean, look at that thing that Chevron was in. That Chevron Capcom's name. They're saying Arab to Jew, like Arab being good, Jew lover to be bad. I mean, what can you imagine? I'm going to use some shocking words. If you imagine if a guy went up there and at the top it said white and the bottom it said nigger lover, can you imagine that?
I mean, that's pretty much what was going on.
That's exactly what it did. It's not fucking different. They're goddamn racist.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. It's very simple. To me, it's very simple.
Do you have a clip of that?
Look, I didn't like the Holocaust because they killed the Jews for the wrong reasons. Solid. Thank you. Have a good one, Crowd. Good call, man.
Yeah. Thanks.
I always thought they were fucking. I always saw them as one and the fucking same. Stupid asses.
Mm.
Oh no, all authoritarians. My confusion is why the Jewish community doesn't figure it out. Maybe it's just too important to look like you're sophisticated, and that's one thing you get when you become like a lefty or something. You get this nowadays. I don't think it was always the case. It used to be there were the working class. Blah, blah, blah. I think it's like, oh, you're enlightened, you're smarter than other people, and guess who it attracts? Psychopaths. This is what you get when you become one of us. You get to be you. You have the innate ability to hear dog whistles everywhere. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you're a better person because you are this political faction. You know, and like Tim Pool's been calling it a cult, and then Joy Reid comes out and says, has somebody on tell you not to talk to your parents if they voted for the guy who went on. Maybe it is a cult. God, I mean, you think of the Soviet Union, it had all the markings of a fucking religious theocracy, even though they're anti-religion. They're fucking gods to worship like Lenin and everything else. It's just a lot of these atheists don't realize how religious they are. No.
100%.
People need ritual, and it will be found. So atheists will become religious in their own fucking way. That's the thing. I'm an atheist. I don't dump on the religious, and that's one of the fucking reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not much better. Sorry, guys. All right, fucking
Tommy, you've got
yeah.
it on.
Yeah. It's just a fucking donation. It's not that big a deal. All right, let me get out of here with you. Now, Mavsy, Little Manly, Oatbag, Mexon, One Family Guy, Abby Blackburn, Ashley B, Billion Bones, Blue Jacket, Cody Grill, Final Flash, Kinetic Hell, Nesquik, Not Your Typical Mom, Panic Bun, Reynolds Hughes, Taylor D, Tommy C. Scott, Trippy Savage, Winter Gaming. Teeny, Winter Gaming being a new one. Thanks so much. Oh, wait a minute. No. Oh, you got red. You didn't even deserve it. You're. Oh no, you're in there.
No, he is.
Oh, he's in there. Teeny and Picklington. I got the wrong thing. He didn't sign up for the other thing. So, but he's in there either way.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks so much. I do appreciate everything. Yeah, let's watch some Bigfoot shit. I'll set the damn thing up right now.
Woo!
Bigfoot video. Guy was on Joe Rogan. Bigfoot after show. He's a little fucking weird, but whatever.
We don't judge. We don't discriminate.
Judge. No, I like weirdos personally. 25. Man, what's up? Do not repeat in the future. 220, 2225. Oh, 2245. I get it. There we go. All right, it's up. We'll see y'all guys. Join the Discord. It's in there. It's below, and we'll see you real soon. Peace. See you later. Thank you.